So what happens when something goes wrong in your entrepreneurial journey? Do you give up? Well, if you don't want to give up, then stay with me because I've got some great advice for you. Before we get Before we get to that, my name is Eric Hammer. I'm known as the man with the hat. That's because I wear a fedora pretty much everywhere that I go. I am actually one of the few people who can pull one off successfully. Well, me and this guy. Now, if you are new to the channel, what I do here is two things. I review software and info products to make my online niche, basically because I want to make sure that you don't end up buying a bunch of crap.
What a load of crappy crap.
Right, boy.
Or this is so ridiculous already. You have to stop the complaining. It's not helping anybody. All you're doing is bothering me and bothering yourself. He complains and complains and complains. The guy is so annoying. I don't know why I put up with him. I really don't. It's so irritating. Anyway, if you're new to the channel, I also do a lot of videos involving entrepreneurship.
Yes, he's an entrepreneur. He's very successful.
Thank you again, Ms. Lemon. And I see she's the exact opposite of Bart. She's such a sweetheart. She says the same thing every day, but it's so sweet to hear her say it. Now, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and smash the subscribe button. Hit that bell icon to be notified when I drop new videos, because frankly, subscribe means nothing here on YouTube anymore. Go ahead and like this video, comment down below, and let's get right into this. So, what happens when things go wrong in your entrepreneurial journey? Now, let's be perfectly blunt. Nobody at all ever has a perfect record when it comes to being an entrepreneur. Doesn't exist. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Warren Buffett or if you're Bill Gates or if you're Mark Zuckerberg. Everybody stumbles. I've stumbled. Everybody stumbles. Now, I can tell you from my own personal experience, I've had times during my entrepreneurial journey when I was counting pennies in order to go buy groceries. That's how bad things were. And it's very easy when you're doing that to want to give up, to say, you know what, I can't do this. I'm going to get a job. I'm going to just go ahead and get myself a job. I'm going to give this up. And when you get to those points, there's a couple of things that you could do. You could just give up. 95% of people will just give up. The 5% of people who are weird like me won't give up. They'll keep pushing, and they'll do whatever they have to in order to feed their families. You know, when I was in that situation, I did whatever I had to. I took whatever crappy work I could find in order to be able to make some money in the meantime while building my business. But I would not give up. I didn't just say, I'm going to walk away and forget it and just take a regular job and forget about this whole concept. And why didn't I do that? By all rights, when I was in that position, I should be the person who's saying, I give up, I can't make this work. I just can't do it. But I didn't. And the reason that I didn't is because I was able to look to people that I knew were successful. I was able to talk to some of my mentors, people who I knew who were in a similar position to the one I was in at that time. People who had been there, who had basically not been able to pay their bills, who were on the verge of being homeless or even had been homeless, who somehow managed to persevere, and today we're doing okay. And I kept focusing on that. I kept telling myself, I have to get through this. I have to put in my time. I have to put in the effort, and I will make it past this. And when I did that, I gained the inner strength to be able to say, yes, I can do this too.
Yes, we can.
Yes, you can. We all can. And that's the whole lesson here, is that yes, we can. Okay? I may not always agree with Barack Obama, but yes, we can. All right? Now, when you're in that position, it's really, really hard to be able to say, yes, we can. It's hard because you can't see the future. You can't look 2, 3, 4 years down the line when you're looking back and saying, wow, I made it. All you're seeing right now is I'm sitting here with my penny jar, counting out pennies in order to go buy some groceries. I'm sitting here counting out pennies because I have to take my kid to the doctor. That's really hard. It's tough. You sit there and you're saying to yourself, I can't do this. And I'm not telling you to go ahead and give up on the idea of getting a job. The fact of the matter is that being an entrepreneur is a lot easier when you have some security. But what you really need to do when you're in that kind of position, when things are tough for you, when you say to yourself, I can't do it, you say to yourself, okay, what do I need to do in order to get through the here and now? And what do I need to do in order to get to where I want to be? And you have to split those two things. And it's not an easy thing to split those two things because your instinct is to say, I need money now, I'm going to get a job, and once you get a job, I'm just going to be comfortable and forget about it and say, okay, fine, I've got my job, I don't need to worry about it, I can move on, and whatever, fine. That's a terrible way of thinking. What you need to do is to say to yourself, okay, what do I need to do? What do I need to do right this second?
Show me the money!
Yeah, okay, well, show me the money is really good and all that, and I love that term. I love this. I love the enthusiasm of show me the money. But the bottom line is that the money isn't going to come immediately. It's going to come after some really hard work and some tough times. You're going to go through those tough times. You're going to make it through. And at the end, you're going to be able to see the money. But you're not going to see it immediately. It does take the work. It takes the time. It takes the effort. And if you're willing to put in the time and the work and the effort in order to make it happen, then at the end of the day, you're going to see the results. But you have to be willing to fail. You have to be willing to accept that you're not going to know everything, that you're not always going to be successful, that there's going to be times when things are tough. And when you're willing to accept that, when you're willing to say, I'm going to put in whatever it takes, I don't care how much struggle it takes for me to do this. If you're willing to do that, then you're going to get to the point where, yeah, you're going to see the money. You're going to see a lot of money. You're going to see more success than you ever thought possible because you're going through all the stages in order to get yourself to the point where you never have to worry about having to go to work for somebody else again. But you got to get yourself to that point. You got to be willing to keep pushing and keep going. And once you get there, nothing can stop you. If you found this video helpful, I really hope you'll go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you thought down below. I really would love to hear from you. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. That's fine too. I really want to know what you thought, and I will see you on the next video.